Hi, Michael Glenn here. I'm on my way to class tonight. I want to make this video about some Bojutsu secrets. One of the secrets is how to do hyper-accurate striking with the bow to be able to hit very specific kyusho and very small targets. I'm going to demonstrate this by striking the very edge of a coin off of a surface. We'll see if I can pull it off. But first, I want to share with you guys some very deep philosophy that is part of our Bujinkan Gokui. One of the most important Gokui in the Bujinkan goes like this. Striking the void, if you feel a response in your hands, that is the Gokui. When we speak about thrusting into the void, it is not pure emptiness. The Japanese word for void in this Gokui is koku. Koku means emptiness or empty space, empty sky, but another meaning for koku that is used in Japanese literature is the mind itself. The mind is empty because it has no shape or no color. This means that the mind is like a void. So you're not just striking the body, you're striking the opponent's mind. So when you think about feeling a response in the void, when you thrust the tip of the bow into the void, the response is your opponent's mind as it moves, the movement in his mind. You're seeking to affect his spirit and his mind in that moment. An empty mind is one that is not moving. It is a mind that is still. If you strike this place on your opponent into his empty mind, the strike is piercing into the void and expanding outward, which has an effect that is much more profound than an actual physical strike would have on its own against his body. Hatsumi Sensei really knows how to find these spots in the emptiness, in the koku or in the kukan if you'd like. One day when I was in Hatsumi Sensei's dojo, he said to strike the kukan, not to try to strike a particular target on the person, but to strike the space itself. He said you strike the kukan and you ring it like a bell. In the dojo in Japan, we witness as he strikes this way, and it has a profound effect on his opponents that is inexplicable. It is difficult to witness this and then try to describe it to somebody else. Even more so to feel it being done on you from him and then try to explain it to somebody else what happened. If you learn how to strike this way in the void, strike into the emptiness of your opponent's mind, you'll be very surprised at the results. There is an actual Buddha of the void. This Buddha is called the Koku Bosatsu, and the idea with this Buddha is that his heart was so infinite, it became as big as the void itself. So you're not just thrusting into emptiness, as I already explained. You're thrusting the bow into the mist of the mind and the heart It is not just your opponent's mind and heart, it is your own heart and mind. This is what is known as void training, Gokui. When you feel a response in the void, it is maybe a response in your own mind, your own spirit, as part of this void training. When you are undertaking this type of training, you must hold the bow very lightly. And the response you feel may feel like creation itself. Now we're going to study some hyper-accurate striking with the bow. By hyper-accurate, I mean I'm going to strike the edge of a coin that's sitting on a surface. I used a similar method a while back in another video I made where I did an EI draw with a sword and snuffed out a lit candle without knocking the candle over. Having this kind of accuracy is very difficult, and there's a secret to it that I teach to my own students. So maybe you'll have to come and train with me if you'd like to learn it. Hey, that worked out pretty well. Of course, it wasn't just in one take, but I'll do it again in slow motion so you can see I wasn't faking it.
That was perfect.